Alrighty, time for the first couple encounters here. My hands are probably going to be covering up most of these games for most of the time, just because I don't have a very good setup for this, honestly. I don't think the top game has a very good view from the webcam, but that's the best I could get for what I have at the moment. We're, as the thumbnail shows, hoping for Plusle. We're hoping for Minun. We're hoping for Snorunt in this game, and we're hoping for Sableye up in the top game. Got some nice mystery dungeon, Blue Rescue Team music playing in the background at the moment, just because that soundtrack slaps. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and you can't tell me anything else. I just so happen to have picked 4 targets that are all 5%ers in this hunt, so I definitely don't expect to get anything, let alone my targets at these hunts, just because they're all full odds games. I don't have Shiny Charm on any of them, sadly, so we shouldn't be seeing anything particularly spectacular, but that's the beauty of Horde hunting, is that since I'm actually doing 5 encounters at the same time, it's basically like having Charm, just without any actual increased rolls. I think it's really interesting that Scraggy is on this early Route 5. He just feels like he doesn't fit in with any of the other available encounters on the route. Sitting right outside Lumio City in X and Y, Route 5 is just a interesting spot for him to be. All these are, I think, pretty interesting targets for what they are. Honestly, I think the X and Y game is probably the game I hope the most to get anything on, just because I don't have any of the available targets there shiny. Whereas on my other 2 games, I have Zubat and Aaron. I don't have Spheal or Snorunt, but the top game isn't actually far enough to even go to Shoal Cave, so I just decided to hunt Sableye there, because I think Sableye is another fantastic hunter. I really hope that my hands don't end up like covering a shiny Sparkle, because that'd be kind of embarrassing, but I don't think anything like that will happen, just because I don't think there's a good chance of me finding anything. Wow, that's a really poor lighting for this game here. There's like nothing you can see on that screen. It's just so bright. I could probably turn the brightness down on that one, see if I can change that up a little bit. But honestly, I don't think it's too awful. Could be worse, could be worse. Honestly, I think my Kalos game probably has the best view out of any of them, when my hand isn't covering up the light above it. But it's always something that could be improved upon as well. Maybe it'd be better without the overhead light. Let's double check that. Maybe if I snap a different light onto it. Well, that kind of helped that. I'm going to stand up real quick, see if I can turn off the other overhead light. I would say that makes the games overall look a little bit better. Definitely still not good by any means, but I would say that makes them look better. Honestly, with how these games are, I would love to have like a wireless setup for this, where I could connect them all with one controller, because I think that would be sick. I don't have to kind of reach over the webcam to continue to hunt these. But c'est la vie. I also keep bumping the DSs, so they keep falling out of frame. There's not much I could do for that, but continue to change and optimize viewing. Yeah, these are all like looking really not great at the moment, actually. thought they looked better. I think it's just how bright they are. I'm going to actually see if I can pull this one away, change the brightness on it a little bit. Throw another encounter on the screen, of course. This one's not going to do any encounters. It's going to just be going through the home menu, changing the brightness. Does that look better? A little bit. Not much better, though. Looks a lot better when there's blue background, but when it looks at the floor, it still looks pretty bad. I'm going to do the same thing with this one once it's off screen. Ooh, Fire Island Volcano. I haven't played Super Mystery Dungeon basically since it came out. Honestly, it was one of my preferred ones. I think it was much better than Gates to Infinity was. I do think the ending was probably not my favorite of any of the games, but let me just see how these look. This is out of focus entirely. There we go, that looks a bit better. Yeah, this is going to be a really rough stream, but it's what we're here for, supporting our small creators, if you can call it that. More just a way to motivate myself to continue going, continue doing new and unique things. I haven't even seen a Snorunt on the bottom left game. I haven't even seen a Plusle or Minun Horde on the bottom right game. I do believe both are available in both X and Y. Same with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. They just have reversed encounters, I believe, or encounter tables. This is definitely something I haven't gotten into the grooves yet, so it's still going to feel awkward, but I think I will get closer to it as we go further into finding the groove, the proper groove for everything here. Honestly, don't know how prepared any of these games are to catch something. I'm sure my top game is probably fine just because it does have a Master Ball on it, but none of my other games have that backup. In fact, my X and Y game literally only has Pokeballs because it just left Kalos City. It literally just got my starter from Sycamore, I think is that the professor of this region. Yeah, Sycamore. He's the dad. Treasure Town slaps, dude. What a banger, honestly. I could sit in Treasure Town for hours on end. I definitely have to get back to trying to play my Professor Oak's challenge of Explorers of Sky, but I've just been enjoying playing through some of the Gen 6 games recently, so I just had to sit down and hunt some stuff first before I do anything else. I'm really hoping I don't get a Zubat, but I can feel I'm going to get myself another Zubat, just because it's the most common encounter in all of ORAS, and probably X and Y for Hordes. I would assume it's pretty close. Because Zubat can be found in literally every single cave in ORAS, every single floor in every single cave. So I have had my fair share of shiny Zubats, just because I think Horde hunting is the most fun version of hunting, especially in the Gen 6 games. I know it's definitely not the most efficient. I know Dex Naving is kind of broken, but I enjoy doing things wrong sometimes. It could be much worse. Could definitely be much worse. Like, I could completely forget to pay attention to my top game here. Leave him all by his lonesome. Up there to fight off the Sableye without any help. Is this a future song? Oh no, Mount Thunder. I have to familiarize myself with more tracks in PMD. Name that tune with them more often. I love this series so much, but I'm so bad at recognizing music. I know the way it's supposed to make me feel, but I can never put a name to them ever. If you guys have any tips on the best way for me to actually have these set up, other than going out and buying 3 capture card install kits for these, which I don't have the money for, please let me know. Right now, I literally have my webcam set up on a book. I have my 3DS set up on a book, and obviously my hands. I do know if I had a better webcam, I could set them up just on the ends of the table that I have sitting here and just kind of go across the screens. But I was having, in my test recordings, I was having even more issues with doing that. Plus, I feel like this fills out a screen much better instead of only having a bottom half of a screen doing something. You have the top and, of course, the center of the screen actually participating in something. So I think it looks overall much better, more pleasing to look at, hopefully. I might mess around, see if I can pull the 3DS down and kind of do a left and right to see if that maybe makes the hunt more optimal as opposed to looking better. But it's always something. These are always things I can continue to work on. Like I will trying to path my DSs. Kind of have a good groove going on here, I feel, where I'm kind of hopping from game to game, kind of leave an encounter, start encounter. I know I was a lot more efficient at this while I was set up watching my TV shows, but having the recording kit equipment in the way makes it a little bit more not heavy-handed. Man, I can't think of the word. It's going to bother me for the entire day now. I did work very hard on that thumbnail. Thank you. Absolute banger of a thumbnail. I really appreciate the support, Mr. Nethermore. If that even is your real name, how do I know that you're not using an alias on the internet? Are you lying to me? I mean, look at you. You don't even have the basic YouTube profile icon. You can't just be an old man. Thanks for stopping by, though. I appreciate the support. Yo, Wigglytuff be acting nice right now. Or any of the guild members, I guess. Or no, I think it's just Wigglytuff's theme that plays when Wigglytuff does anything. Yeah, I'm real neglecting I feel like I'm neglecting the X and Y game, but who doesn't neglect X and Y? Honestly, I think, like, this game I just started up just to get to the first Horde hunting option. I do plan on actually playing through it again. I haven't played through X and Y since they came out either, and honestly, I think they probably deserve another go. I think I played them too hurriedly my first time. I think they deserve to probably do a little bit better. I think they could be great Pokemon games. I mean, they do the Pokeball Factory theme after all. So, I mean, there could be nothing wrong with a game that has the Pokeball Factory theme. Oops, I did not mean to close out of that menu. The hardest part about wanting to set up another Explorers of Sky stream, though, is just finding a good way to record my bottom screen, since that game is played almost entirely on the bottom screen as opposed to the top screens. It's so hard to find a comfortable way to both play that game and record it. Because I definitely do want to sit down. I really want to put in more time to the Professor Oaks challenge in that. I got all the way to Amp Plains the first time I tried it, and I just kind of stopped doing it. It's not that I was getting hard, I just kind of gave up on it for a bit because I was bored, and I figured, why would I just continue from the middle of the game when I could start over? Because that's how my brain operates. I don't remember. Oh, Gates to Infinity. I don't remember any of the music from Gates to Infinity. I think I played that game mostly muted, so I can understand how I wouldn't have any recollection of the music. Honestly, though, I hope maybe I'll just sit down and listen to the whole soundtrack once, because Pokemon Mystery Dungeon music always slaps. Literally zero things wrong with it. I've already stated it once, and I'll state it 100 more times. The composers for Mystery Dungeon are on something else. That music makes me feel more emotional than most emotional songs do. How do you guys keep yourself going whenever you're hunting? What drives you guys to continue to hunt? Is there something that you guys do? Is it music? Is it playing other games? Do you guys enjoy talking with others when you're hunting? All of them are, of course, viable options too. I think honestly, most of the time, streaming is just an excuse to talk to other people for me. At least interesting conversation's a great way to kill time. It does kind of lead to one-sided conversations because of the nature of streaming, but hey, that's to be expected. Of course, you can always hop on a call and they can you can just talk. And honestly, talking is such a good way to pass time. We have entire shows dedicated to it, running prime time and morning time, before work and after work, so you can always hear what other people have to say about the world. Because God forbid, you think for yourself. I'm joking. Please don't take anything I say seriously. Hey, our first Plusle Minun Horde. 4 Plusle, 1 Minun. I love the 4 and 1 hordes. I definitely plan on hunting for I don't know if X has Zangoose hordes or Seviper hordes, but I definitely plan on doing that one and hoping to get the single target of the wrong one, because I think trying to prevent them from killing a shiny is probably the most exciting shiny hunt there probably ever will be. Just because I'm sure everyone's seen, not everyone, a lot of people have seen Absolblog's Pokemons. I think he got a shiny Seviper in a Zangoose horde, and he had a synchronize on a tile that did it. But I'd really like to see, I wonder what the best strategy would be to do a Seviper horde with a shiny Zangoose in it. Because I don't think there are any poison type Pokemon with synchronize. I could be wrong on that. I mean, if that's the answer, then that's just obviously the most optimal way to hunt both of them, but I don't believe there is. I don't think there are any spread ghost moves either, so I don't think that would be an option. I'd probably have to look into it more if I planned on doing this more seriously, because failing a shiny to 4 Sevipers knocking it out would be kind of sad. Failing shinies are to be expected whenever you do a lot of hunting. You can't always be perfect. You can strive to be, but imperfections are what make us human, and it makes the most interesting of stories to tell. Everyone loves to hear the stories of King Midas, not because he was a god who turned things to gold and was the richest man on the planet, but because he learned self-sacrifice because of it. Maybe not self-sacrifice, but the wrongness of his own greed, I guess. Is this Fight to Dark Matter? Wow, that's a long track, honestly. the Dark Matter fight, and then I don't remember what was it, Bitter Cold in Gates to Infinity, were interesting boss fights to say the least. I think they may be like the first time in a Pokemon game, like even most of the spin-offs, where you find something that's not a Pokemon. I can't think of any other examples in my mind, because I think even the Ranger games, all the fights you fight are other Pokemon. But oh, here it is, the Wigglytuff theme banger. I love the dichotomy between this and the Team Skull theme, because they feel like they're cut from the same cloth, but of course they're used to portray different messages. I don't know if that's purposeful or if I'm looking too much into the composure of the music here, but a man can dream. It would be really interesting if I got another shiny, if I got a shiny Scraggy on X and Y, because I think Scraggy is one of the earliest shinies I can remember having. I know I definitely had stuff in Diamond and Pearl, but I didn't really actively hunt in Diamond and Pearl. Most of my things that I caught before 6th gen were just traded away on the GTS to get legendaries to complete the Pokedex, because that was way more important to me as a kid. Which I still have not done. I've never completed the Gen 4 Pokedex. I now own all the games to Gen 4, so I'd probably go ahead and complete the Dex at some point. But that's definitely a side project. But Scraggy is one of the first shinies I remember in Black and White. It was either Scraggy, Sandile, or Liepard. I genuinely could not remember which one of those was first. I think Liepard was the first one I kept, though, just because I thought he was cooler than the rest of them. Liepard, he has a really nice shiny, honestly. I think he's probably one of those three, I'd think he's probably the best. I think Crocodile I think he looks bad when he's shiny. I think he looks better as a normal Crocodile than he does as a shiny Crocodile. I don't think the yellow and gold, or not yellow, I guess, but like brown and gold aesthetic really fit him. Maybe I could be the only person who thinks that, but I know he's not a popular shiny, but I don't think he's like a hated shiny either. I could be wrong though. I personally don't think Crocodile's that good. I think Krokorok and Sandile, like nowadays, I think they have pretty nice shinies, but Crocodile I don't feel the same about. Him I definitely would I'd probably keep it as a Krokorok as opposed to evolving it into a Crocodile. Depending on how many I have. I say that about Bagon, but I think Bagon looks better than Shelgon, and Salmance looks better than Shelgon, but I still have 6 shiny Shelgon just mad chilling in my PC, so I do still eventually plan to train them up enough to fight the Elite Four. Hey, my first Snorunt Horde. Train them up enough to fight the Elite Four in Sun and Moon, but honestly, the Sun and Moon Elite Four are rough. Like, I didn't realize how strong they were. I normally just sweep through them with a Buzzwole whenever I have to do training. But wow, dude, they're rough when you're like at level. I don't remember them being that hard when I first played through the game, but I also played through the game with a pretty busted team. I know I had like Mimikyu, Decidueye. I think I was using one of the Ultra Beasts from, I don't remember which one I was using. Yeah, I genuinely don't remember him Sun and Moon being that hard until I went through with like level 60 Bagons and tried to do it again. Figured it would be something easy, like original Diamond Pearl Elite Four rematches, where he could sweep through that with basically anything that was on level. The AI is just improved so much; it's incredible. There are still like certain moments that you can obviously cheese them, but using 6 of the same Pokemon makes it a whole lot harder. Yo, oh my god, a shiny Spheal already? What? What? Dude, that's crazy. What? I didn't expect it. Okay, he's in the bottom left corner. That's so crazy. Oh my, hold on. Let me get this guy front and center. Let's put him on top here, maybe. Nope. Wow. We've been going for what, 25 minutes, and I've already found a shiny Spheal. That's so bonkers. God, I can't find a good way to put this on here. There's like no good way to. Alrighty, sorry, this is gonna be an awful recording, but wow, already I got a shiny Spheal. That's Horde hunting is so good. If anyone tells you otherwise, they're lying to themselves and to you. Man, I feel really bad that I can't get a better shot of this, but let's see if I can move things around to try to get just the webcam closer to get some better action shots of him. Look at that Spheal. Oh, that's not a Spheal. That's a normal Spheal. There he is, shiny Spheal. He looks not that great there, but hey, that's completely okay right now. We're not looking for perfect. We're looking for pink. Pretty and pink. That is my Spheal. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Let's find out. I actually didn't even check. It is a level 14 Zigzagoon. That's what it is. Oh, look at him use rollout. Rolling into a nice brown ball. It's a girl. Oh, pretty little Spheal. Alrighty. This is gonna go into a Premier Ball just because that's the first thing I always catch a Pokemon in whenever I catch a new shiny. Goes into a Premier Ball first of all, then it goes from there. I don't have a False Swiper. Do I have a? I have a level 7 Paras, but that's not gonna be able to stun Spore it. So we're just gonna toss Premier Balls. How many do I got? I got 60. Count down with me, chat. Just kidding. First ball, one and done. We're gonna pause the Mystery Dungeon music and just listen to the in-game music for this encounter, maybe. I don't know if you guys can hear that well, just because I don't know what the sound quality sounds like. I'm gonna move the mic closer to it so we can maybe get a better estimation on what we can get. But oh my god, we already got the shiny Spheal. It's so crazy to me. Like we could have been hunting this forever, and we got it already. One shake, two shake, three shake. Oh, three shake fake. Oh no, he encored me. I can only use Slash now. What am I supposed to do? I guess I'll throw another Pokeball. Or Premier Ball, not a Pokeball. Man, it sucks that he's on the left side like that and his face gets covered up by the HP bar. One shake, two shake, three shake. Hey! That's a shiny Spheal already. I don't know if anyone else has been having them in their recommended recently, but Lauren Shin, Spheal Supremacist. This one's for them. Oh, this is a Dex entry too. Look at that shiny Dex entry Spheal. Spheal is much faster rolling than walking to get around. When groups of Pokemon eat, they all clap at once to show their pleasure. Because of this, their meal times are noisy. Get a nickname? Of course. I would love to nickname this bad boy. This bad boy right here. Oops. There we go. Spheal Supremacist right there. What a beautiful capture. I didn't expect to do anything that quick. I was just going to go until I got one. I think that's still the plan for now. I'm glad you all were able to hang out, though. That was awesome. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.